Jimmy, you and I have a long history. I remember one time hitting an ATM and you looked over my shoulder and you saw an account balance in there and you were like, you got $500 in your account? And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. I was single income earner, growing a business for a single income earner for a family of four, growing a business, just hustling, sweating, making it happen. This was early on, and things are a little bit different now. But at the time, I was kind of proud of that. I was kind of proud of that at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm doing pretty well, right? Those early days, but when whether it was before or after you joined Symmetry and became a part of the Delaney agency, talk about the first time you experienced that true financial freedom and what that did for you.
So I wanted to just address, you had talked in the beginning and you opened it up as wealth equals financial freedom. And the truth is I don't necessarily believe that per se. Wealth to me is financial freedom is a part of that, but wealth is true wealth is like what Gino was just talking about. It's having the options to do whatever you want. Financial freedom is when the concerns and the stresses of money I don't want to say aren't there, but are pretty much gone and almost in every given day. Like we're going to have just like Tim says, we ebb and flow, we get back into it. And there's times when we're investing a little more where we might have a little lesser of a margin in our bank accounts versus other times. But, that time with you was because at that time I was carrying I was new too, and I was carrying like 20 grand in my bank account, hustling my butt off. And I think it was better than 500. I thought you had like 3 grand or something, but I was just like, what in the heck? And this is who I'm following. And I'm like, uh-oh. But one of the things that I've realized since then, Delaney, is that you have been an incredible example to follow with investments, with investing back into your business. Like in this business, you will make so much money. And if you bottleneck it, if you hold it, you will lose it, period. You will lose it. But do you remember that time we were in, I think it was maybe St. John. It was one of the first trips that we took with Symmetry, and we were playing golf. You might have been on the hole with me. I know Pope was, but I had 12 grand in deposits and I had no idea where it came from. You remember that?
I definitely remember that. Because we were looking at your phone, and we were like, that was the biggest problem we had that day in St. Thomas on the golf course, on this beautiful golf course overlooking the ocean. And we were like, man, where did this $12,000 come from? We were like, that was the big deal for the day. I love it.
And I think the thing that, both these guys said is like, and I said it once as a joke in front of the class, I said, I'm not much into drugs, but I kind of feel like a drug lord because like you go on vacation or you do something and you spend so much money, and normally you're like, oh God, this is going to hurt. I'm going to look. And then you get back over the weekend or you get back and it's like more money is in the account than when you left. And it's just like, holy crap, I can live like that. And just have, the money. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But wealth, I think that the thing that Symmetry gives us, that's true wealth is not just the financial aspect of it. I think that's super important to recognize is that we get time and opportunities to do other things. I've watched all you guys do other things with the abilities and the monies that you've received from Symmetry has opened up so many other doors for all of us. I think that's a pretty important thing to touch base with.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And when we say whatever we want, it's not just the things that'll impress other people. Right. And that to me is such a big deal because I know whatever we wanted, Jimmy, was we were sitting at a table having lunch in Ireland, in Dublin, Ireland. We're like, let's go to Iceland. Flew out to Iceland. It was like within a day we flew out to Iceland. We were there for a week. And it was this crazy epic time where when I look back at the pictures, I still think the same things, man, that you just said. It's like, man, that's available for me. Like,
the coolest thing, and I thought you were done. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but the coolest thing about it, Brian, was not only could we made that decision for ourselves. I had my brother who could not have afforded that trip, and you had your cousin, and we both took them like our dates and brought them and showed them, this type of life. And that was pretty cool. I mean, geez, that's just incredible, that trip. And some of the trips you bring me back some of the trips we've taken through the years. It's the experiences. This is work, 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 work. Tim talked about it, work, work, work. But some of the experiences that we've had along the way, it's mind-boggling to even fathom that we've, in a 7-year period, I've probably done 15 lifetime trips, 10 to 15 lifetime trips that people just don't experience. And unfortunately, I've gotten to experience quite a bit of them with you guys, the high level. And that's the thing, is that you are surrounded by high level. Like, we are going out on these trips with high level people. So you are constantly, they say you're going to be like the 5 people that are closest to you. You're going to kind of wind up in income wise, everything they say socially. And if my 5 closest people are you guys, I'm in some pretty good shape. So.
Yep. Oh, 8 weeks till Africa, buddy. 8 weeks till Africa. Got a lot of work to do to get there, but that's going to be another epic adventure. But a lot of people, they're a entrepreneur, right? They talk about I'm gonna open a business, I'm gonna be making all this money, but then they go back to their 9 to 5, get their paycheck, ask for permission to go home at the end of the day. They got to be back. They get weekend visitation with their family, right? And then they have to be back in their their cubicle by Monday, and right. So it's like they never get out, and it's so easy to get stuck in that E quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki talks about, as far as a cash flow quadrants, where you show up, you've got the safety net, you're getting paid for showing up, not how effective you are, not the results you get. And so that can be one of those places where mediocrity can suffocate you, right? If you don't learn how